Hello Commanders, Commander Plater here back with another Elite Dangerous video, and today we are taking a quick look at the update coming for fleet carriers in the current beta. Good news is Frontier has taken some of our feedback on board, and we can be looking at a good change and reduction, more importantly, in the upkeep costs for carriers going forward. So, good news. The upkeep costs for all additional services are going to be reduced by 80 to 90%. This is fantastic. Much better than before. Of course, there are some out there who do want the upkeep costs completely removed. The core running cost will be reduced by 50%. Now, fleet carriers are meant to have some kind of upkeep to them, but the good news is it has been reduced to a more sustainable level. So this means that when you have a fully outfitted carrier, you're looking at a total reduced cost of 85.5%, which is good news. So you're looking at around about 25 million per week with no jumps for a fully outfitted carrier. The debt threshold has also been updated in line with these changes, so this means with all services installed a carrier can go 10 weeks, which is up from 4, although it wasn't 4, it was only 3, without paying upkeep before being issued a final warning. This means it's going to be a little bit easier for you to keep hold of your carrier if something comes up in real life, because that's honestly going to be more important than a game. Good news there as well is that the total upfront activation costs of some of the more expensive services will be reduced by 35 to 45%. Important there is it says some of the more expensive services. We'll have to wait for that to be updated in game for us to actually know exactly which ones and how much by. Again, they've had our feedback around the jumps and how long it takes for a jump to be plotted and cooled down. The good news is we only have to wait 15 minutes for a jump prep and then 5 minutes for a cooldown after. And of course, with the quicker jumps, it's going to enhance gameplay and allow players and owners to get to their journeys more quickly and hopefully enjoy an easier time. There's changes and balance adjustments, so they're going to be going into the beta pretty much immediately this week and should be good for testing. And don't forget there is another beta coming in May as well, where these next two changes are going to be usable. The first of the two changes is Universal Cartographics. Thankfully, this is going to be an optional service which can be added in. Bear in mind this will likely increase the upkeep we've already mentioned, but it will allow explorers to finally use fleet carriers and potentially finance their own carrier through exploration data. Similar to the way that the bounty vouchers work, you're going to be looking at a cut of 25% being taken off of your overall value that you're selling. 12.5% is going to be going to the carrier's bank, and 12.5% will be disappearing. This means owners will effectively only be charged 12.5% on their own fleet carrier, and this service will otherwise be the same as a Universal Cartographics found on stations. This is great news and I'm a big fan of this being added. Tritium will now be made at least twice more effective as fuel. This basically means at least twice as many jumps for the same amount of fuel that we were getting, so you're looking at 250 tons for a 500 light year jump as opposed to the other way round. That's a rough idea, as it isn't a direct one-to-one for fuel until you reach a certain weight, in which case it suddenly becomes less than 1 ton for 1 light year. Bear that in mind. Of course, Frontier is still looking for our feedback regarding the carriers, and like I said, the next beta will be in May, so we need to keep an eye out for that one, and that is going to be open to Xbox and PlayStation players as well as PC players. There are a couple of things that I would still like to see within the carriers. I do want to see away with the decommissioning, as that's a little bit ridiculous in my mind that suddenly something disappears and you get very little funds back. Either get rid of the decommission reduction cost that you get back, or get rid of the decommissioning altogether and change it so it becomes mothballed and you have the option to get your carrier back. That's it from me for this one. Hopefully I will see all of your comments down in the comment section giving some feedback, and hopefully we are moving in the right direction with fleet carriers, but there is still some work that needs to be done. But okay Commanders, once again thank you very much for watching. Please make sure that you do like, subscribe and turn on notifications so you get an alert every time I put a new video out. Also, if you are looking to support the channel, please check out the links in the video description, as there are a couple of different ways to do so. But once again, thank you for watching. Commander Plater, out.